Well, welcome to the channel. I'm Farmer Clay. Today we're going to be working on the Allis Chalmers M again. It's like part 13 or something. I got my helper in here, my Rafe Seamus. Today we're going to be doing a couple things to get this thing to start. First off, I'm going to remove this cover and adjust the governor rods in there to make sure that it's not flooding the engine. I have cranked it. I'm kind of getting some weak spark, so I'm concerned that it's maybe not enough to run it a long time. But maybe it's point gaps. I'm not sure. But I have plans for this. But I want to isolate all the small silly things. I do have the new fuel line installed. Ran it up through there. Got rid of that banjo bolt. And ran the new line all the way up into it. This does have fuel in it. So we're going to start off this one with pulling this plate and making sure all the adjustments are set to factory as per the manual says. You done what? Oh, I suppose.
This is like my only way I get up here.
On the crawler?
Yeah.
And how is that?
Use this.
I use the jack.
Yeah.
You lift yourself up with the jack to step on.
Yeah.
Seems kind of uppity, don't it?
I wish we could make a part where it can come down, kind of.
Oh yeah?
Where I can get on
And do what?
and drive it.
Oh. What about the thousands of operators of this fine machine that had to do it the old school way?
And do what?
Just had to crawl up it.
I could always do it like this.
Your good friend Steve has crawled up many of these.
He has?
Yes!
Why?
Well, because he's an operator.
What did he opt?
He worked at a gold mine, I believe, and he used to drive dozers.
Your cousin?
No. Your friend up in the Zortman country.
Oh. I can get up there.
Alright, so we got the plate off. That's all still intact. So the adjustments are down here. Grab this. So yeah, our adjustments we're looking at are all right down in here. There is a spring there to stop it. That's all redone. I got the new pins all on that. That's just the pass-through. That's all this does is just run through to the other side and it controls the carburetor. So I'm gonna get the screwdriver and pull those 3 screws out so we can verify the movement to make sure everything got set in correctly. Here, Seamus. Take that. It is recording, so just point it at that. Did you do something fun today?
Me?
Yeah, you. What'd you do today?
Go to a county shoot.
You went to the county shoot.
Yeah.
For what?
To shoot BB gun.
Shoot the BB guns, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's off. The gasket's still on there. Let's see, does it move?
Yeah.
Alright, so we have that all tied in nicely. Should be closed. It should be open. Open. Okay. Screwing that in. Open it. So I believe what the manual's saying is that doesn't move, but I have a significant amount of slop right here, so you can see all of that's starting to move. So it doesn't move, so I could take the slop out of that nut to get it set right. See that small movement right there is not moving that other side. Just barely moving that shaft. So we will I'll read the book again, make sure all my adjustments are correct, and then I'll make the adjustments, and then we'll go from there. Real quick, we're going to secure this up here before I get too far. I need that set up because I need to be able to run that hand control for the throttle. And I need to make sure everything's kind of in its position it's supposed to be in. So we're just gonna put some bolts in real quick. Nothing permanent. You focusing on the camera so you're not making them sick bouncing?
I'm not bouncing.
Oh, okay. You're not to bouncing?
No, I thought if you put these while you have them in here, you could keep them in here.
Alright, let's go to the other side and we'll do those. Again, this is just to get this squared up so I can put the lever in and make some adjustments. You can pull that camera back some. There you go.
One thing I don't like about it, it's because you know how we're close to it, but it looks like you're so far away.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that why you're so close to it?
Kind of, and so they can see it too.
Oh, okay. Well, you're running it, so you'll see better than I will. Alright, so that in position, roll rod. Missing most of that stuff. This poor rod has been bent up pretty bad over the years.
Why do you have to take your gloves off?
Well, because I'm going to reach into my pocket and get a part that I took.
From the house?
No, from the spark plug. Part of my secret master plan I'm working on. Keep the camera on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Throttle forward. This pin in. Yeah, see, this thing's just running wild here.
Uh-huh. I think the one out back is better.
Yeah. Put a pin in that for a moment. Snow seems to be melting outside.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so that's all the way back. Let me see this over here. I'll loosen those up and see what I have there. We're going to straighten out the control rod here a little bit. See what we can do for cleanup angles. Well, right. So we got one right there. And then there's all that up, straight.
Wait, you want to get a new one?
We're probably replacing the cable.
Is it flexible?
Yeah, that's flexible.
I'm looking at
That's good.
Can you take that out?
Yep.
Can you take that out?
No, it's not in there. You're right. You're looking at this. You're looking around there. Okay. So we're focusing on the left. Okay.
You okay?
I'm alright.
Okay, I plan on replacing the cable, so. Alright, so I was straightening this rod out, trying to get it to line in better. And the issue I'm running into is this is seized on there, and I'm afraid it's going to snap off. And I don't need this rod for a long time, I just need it for right now. Because once again, I think I'm going to end up going to a cable so I could get a nice good straight push and pull on it. And it takes out the flex and all that of this rod. So I'm just going to make it kind of go in as it is now. It looks pretty good, so we'll see how it fits in there and what I can do. trusty hammer.
It's not a hammer.
Everything's a hammer, son.
Your
Not
knuckles?
really, that's a bad motto.
Your knuckles could be.
Huh?
Your knuckles could be.
It could be. Those are an ouchie hammer.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're way high, so I think pull these two out. See if I can get enough turn out of this without breaking anything. I'm just bending the rod there, but step back a little bit. Stand over here. There you go. Oh, that's what you can see again. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
That way.
Dad, why does your light make noise?
Why do they make noise?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's just that style of light bulb. It's the ballast bulb in there.
Oh.
Well, it ain't pretty, but it's in there.
Looks better than it last was. Does it?
No, for now. See, the 4 doesn't bother me. It's the
Backwards.
yeah, but it's
I think the more you use it, it's gonna be the easier it gets.
getting good views on it all.
Trying to.
Trying to.
Yeah.
This last one's kind of a bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on now. I dropped it. This is the pulley for the generator. You see down where I'm working? That guy down in there, kind of a tight clearance, it has to have a bolt.
A bolt.
Instead of an acorn nut on it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's supposed to have a bolt. It didn't have an acorn nut or a stud on it, so.
So if it was an acorn nut, it would be harder.
It'd be this guy here, yeah. You see the distance is sticking out. It'd be really hard to get one started,
Yeah.
so.
On the camera, it kind of makes it a little yellower.
What's yellow?
The orange paint.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just makes it brighter.
Did we go see anything cool on Saturday?
Big tractors.
Big tractors?
Yeah.
What was your favorite one?
The small Massey.
The small Massey?
Yeah.
Where was the small Massey? Oh, in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Massey E.
Do you think Dave would or Brian would let us take that? Bring it home for a bit?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would?
I don't know. There we go.
I could have got a hammer.
A hammer?
Hammer.
Everything's a hammer.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Do you want break a wrench?
No. It's good philosophy, son. Not everything's a hammer. Okay. Alright, so the plate's on. I got that on. I know where we're at on that control throttle. Let's go stand back over here, son. Right here.
Okay.
Don't trip on stuff.
I won't.
And let's just see what we got. I turned some fuel on. I don't see no fuel drips nowhere.
I saw some sparks.
Okay. Heard that in my ear. Still recording?
Something is good. So we're trying to crank it. Back up there. And I'm getting some puffs, but I just don't think I'm getting enough spark. So just not a whole lot of spark there. So I think my secret plan is going to take off, and we're going to convert it over to a coil pack, an external coil pack. And we'll get rid of the internal coil on that Magneto, so it will rely off the battery power. So I removed the Magneto from the engine. That happened while my cameraman was answering nature's call. No.
No. So we are going to, my ultimate goal is I want to see if I can drill and tap this out through the middle
and put a stud on this side here that will suit, and then I can hook the external coil in right here in the center. So I'll pull all these on out. I was just checking it over there. I have almost no spark on. I mean, it just maybe runs through every now and then. So that is all brass sleeve there, and that's all brass up there. I might drill and tap, because that's all brass housing that leads down to there. I might drill that out and have the coil come out up top there. And that might work just fine too. These caps, I can still get these caps, so it's not a huge deal if something happens here, but we'll see if I can't make this work as good as I can. So I got some brass screws. Well, that threads right through.
That's good.
That's interesting. So I might drill the back of that out with a small drill bit right through the center of that, run right out the back, and then come in and oversize this side. And this here will be taken out because I won't need it, because this is what leads up through this body, down and touches the internal coil. So I'll take that out for now, and I will gather some parts up. So punch through the back side.
That's good.
I'm going to see if I can't oversize this, get the correct tap, and just tap that brass in this housing all the way through, and I'll just make a much tighter joint the whole way.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll probably have to take this bolt, this nut to the lathe and or the grinder or something, take the head down because I want it to fit inside there, so it'll bottom out and stick through. And then I will take one of these and screw it to the outside, right there at that hole.
Okay.
So then that way that's sticking out, and that's where my coil pack will join into the system. Probably a terrible idea, but this is what we're going to try. Drilled it out with a 9/64 drill bit, and then I'm going to run it in with an 8/32 tap,
Okay.
or a 8x32. So we'll tap that whole housing and brass all the way through.
That sounds good.
Yeah, this is an 8 National Course 32 thread. Start in these other threads and
It's still at 97%.
brass, so it's going to tap easy. Get some squeakage. Go ahead and we'll back it on out, clean it up. And we'll center it again. Got brass falling out of my fingers there that I'm cutting. Get the camera back a little bit. Coming through the other side. Back it on out and see what I got. Tapped all the way through. And let's run it back through one more time by hand. Let's see what I can do with that bolt head. Get it to fit down inside there. Well, that threads in that way. That kind of hits a roadblock. That threads in nicely. So once I get that head shaved down to fit inside there, then we should it should stick some of that out, and then hey, come back here. We'll use this part to thread onto that, and that'll stick out like that, and that's what we'll clip the coil onto. So I took it over to my lathe, and you can see I got it trimmed down, fits right inside, nice and snug. So we'll feed it in. Alright, so that's snug in there, nice and tight. So since that's in there, I got full contact of all of that brass I just drilled that's getting down to there, so I shouldn't have any issue with transfer of voltage down through that.
Okay.
And that guy threads to the outside like that. So then my coil pack right here, probably gonna have to crimp him down, but I got a different one too. That was uneventful. Look at that, it's all sloppy.
Yeah.
So what I do have, bear with me, this just for this reason. But I'm gonna have to cut this boot down to get it to click onto that up there. Make sure it's gonna fit on there. I'm gonna put it back on that spark plug and send it in. I haven't done anything yet that isn't reversible yet. That's tight. So let's just cut this real quick and see what it does. Hopefully it works. Can't return it now. Yep, it grabs on there. So is it gonna work, Rafe?
Work on what?
Is this gonna work? This?
Yeah, I hope so.
Me too. It's probably gonna have to sit at a different angle, which is okay. We'll run it up like that, and then that end will go to the coil plug. This one will probably do the same if I just crimp it down. That's a lot of slop in there, so try the other end for grins and giggles. I think they're both the same. Yeah. This guy will feed right in there too, like that. So we'll go with this. So now I gotta remove this coil pack out. It's brand new, but it's okay.
You find other uses for it.
Well, I don't know if I'll find another use for it. There's some guy on YouTube that tied it up to a vise, so when people closed his vise too tight, it would shock them, so maybe we'll do that.
That's why you want me get shocked?
Well, are you the one that plays with my vise? Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, we can't be having that now, can we?
Who else would you think did it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we get your mom.
No.
No. Maybe we could have Uncle Jim come down and we could get him. Do you think he would fall for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Grab an Allen wrench. So all that time drilling out that screw and I don't even have to really use it.
Yeah.
I can honestly probably leave that in there. Just cover the wire up. Now let's pull it out. I don't want something arcing out in there and shocking me in the seat of the crawler.
Or me.
Or you.
Yeah.
We don't want to shock you. Are you showing everybody how dirty the shop is?
No.
Oh,
I mostly see tubs.
tubs.
So.
So I'm just gonna run these down all the way. We can hide gold in there when we find it.
Huh?
We'll hide gold in there when we find it.
Where will we get the gold?
Well, I don't know, but when we find some, we'll put it in there. Alright, so now, with that being done that way, that will go to the negative of the coil pack. So all that'll stay the same. I'm going to verify my gap again while I have it off. Setting your point gap. Release the big screw. It's just a little looser than when I had it. Gotta hold that one because of the spring pressure. Tighten that one and then let's double check it. She's a snug 20, but that's okay. Alright, so now we have to time this thing back together. There's a dog right here on this shoulder.
Yeah.
See how that shoulder's tapered down?
Yeah.
And the rest of them are all square?
Yeah.
That taper there has to line up, and there's a C right up here. See the C?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yep.
So those have to line up together.
Why?
Well, that way you got everything in time. Kind of hard for me to see it, so it'd be even harder to show it to the camera.
Yeah.
But our viewers knew what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I hope so. If you don't, leave a comment, ask a question. Is this gonna work, Rafe, or am I all upside down and wrong on this?
I hope it works.
You hope it works? I hope it works. The next part is we're gonna have to set the engine timing to time this back to the engine. But I think we are also, now I'm also, before I forget, I'm gonna put that little spring back in there. But I'm gonna get me something to clean that up inside real quick. Alright, so before we put this back on, we gotta make sure that we're on #1 top dead center on your #1 cylinder. And we also gotta see in that window where it says fire or ignition. say there? DC1, dead center 1. It's upside down, but that says DC1 in there. So it means we're on number 1 top dead center. That's where we need to be with our, and I know this is set to the number 1 position in there because we just set the timing in it. So this is off just a little bit, the ignition. So you gotta get these 2 dogs to line up with that. So I'm gonna move the engine just a little bit to get those to line up. We'll start some bolts in it and then we'll get it set. There's 2 chisel marks here to line it up where it was at. And that'll get us close to where our timing should be for the engine running smooth. Tighten that on up. Tighten that on up. So, this is the number 1. Number 2. The firing order on this is 1, 2, 4, 3.
Huh?
So the firing order is 1, 2, 4, 3. So as this spins around, it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, and then up to 3.
Weird.
Well, it's common on a lot of engines to have that. That way it stays within balance on them. Alright, so I'm gonna go, here's my spark plug for 1. I sure hope this works. If not, it's gonna be a rut row. What did I need to do now?
Yeah.
Alright, so we got the Magneto mounted back on. Got everything tightened up. Timing marks are pretty close. What we've done here is we've added in a 12 volt, no external resistor required coil. And I ran from this here, which is connected around to the points on the ground, comes in into the negative side of the coil. And the positive side of the coil goes over to the switch here that I just have hanging for the ignition, so it's gaining 12 volt from the battery. This is from the reds from the battery. This is to the starting solenoid, so I can start it from over here. And I guess here goes nothing. We'll see what it does. I hope it's right.
Is that good?
That's damn good. That's real good. Starts. So spark is my issue the whole time.
That's good.
So what we'll need to do is figure out on the carburetor, because it's just run out of fuel, is all we're at. But it's running. I'm excited. Woohoo!
Did you use avgas?
Yes, it is full of avgas in there. So that's probably why it's so grumpy about running some days. So, all right. It is running. We just gotta tweak it on out, so that makes me feel much better about the whole scenario. And my invention worked here, I guess. It's not an invention, my way of doing it worked. So this is how it looks right here on that. So I mean, it looks almost like it was designed that way. So it's just pushed in there on that. I'll get something for the coil, and I'll probably hang the coil on one of these sitting in here somewhere. They have shorter ones of these out of O'Reilly, so I might end up doing that and putting like the coil here and having it going around and down or something. I don't know quite yet, but I'll get something for that. But it does run. I just need it to run a little longer. So we will regroup, get some tools cleared off of it here real quick, and we'll try it again. All right, so I threw the muffler back on this, and I screwed in the top jet, which is controls the mixture ratio. So we're gonna go key on and start. We don't want to run it too long because, as you can see here, I don't have any coolant in it. So,
And you don't want it to explode.
yeah, we don't want to overheat and create damage. So, but it runs, it's firing up, it's consistent so far. I got excellent spark. As much as I would like to have kept that Magneto original, it is what it is. It's now become updated with the coil pack on it. So I think I'm going to stop the video at this point. We're going to put some tools away and go in and have a little family time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.